What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. We have some tasty news, guys. Plarium just announced some crazy stuff happening this week. You know how usually we have every second week 2x on specific shards, and every other second week we have 10x on specific champions, and now and then we have events on guaranteed champions. Well, this week was kind of meant to be 2x on void shards if we follow the pattern that we had before. We're still gonna have 2x on void shards, guys, but on top of that, we're gonna have a 10x to summon specific legendary champions and epic champions from void shards at the same time with the 2x on legendary and epic champions from void shards. I think this only happened one time on Christmas time. This time around, we're gonna have 2x and 10x at the same time, and once the 10x is done, we're gonna have a guaranteed chance to summon a specific epic champion on a Sunday. So everything kind of starts like this. Hey pals, this week is going to be full of events as we're launching a few simultaneously. This Thursday we're planning to launch a 2x event to summon epic and legendary champions from void shards. This event will be live for 96 hours. Yes, you heard it right. We have the 2x starting on Thursday. 96 hours, that's 4 days, right? So it's gonna be from Thursday to Sunday. I think 1 day longer than usual. Also, on Thursday, we're planning to launch a 10x event to summon the following Shadowkin faction champions from the Void Shards. So let's have a look at the Void champions from the Shadowkin faction. We're gonna start with Fanatic. Nothing crazy from this champion, right? So just let me tell you quick one thing, okay? Saying that we get a 10x on these champions, and considering that every month we are getting new champions, right? So we still need to get the champions for next month. This month we already got them. I can guarantee you that next month we're gonna have the new faction opening up. I've been telling you this for a few weeks now. Be ready for the new faction, guys, because by the looks of how everything moves in the game, the next faction is gonna drop out next month because they finished the video, what's next in Raid, right? They served us everything from there. They brought in the game every content from there. So it's just normal for them to look out at new content. And the best thing and the easiest thing for them to drop in at the moment is the next faction. So stay tuned for it. That's why we're getting 10x even on rare champions. Fanatic right here, nothing crazy on his kit though. A1 attacks one enemy, has a 40% chance to land defense down for 2 turns. 40% chance to land 60% defense down debuff instead if the target is under 2 or more debuffs. A2 Curse Bearer attacks one enemy, has a 100% chance of transferring 2 random debuffs from this champion to the target. Nothing crazy on there either. And A3 places a 50% increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns and removes 1 random debuff from each ally. Well, this skill right here is pretty good. Remove one debuff and increase attack on all the team. I think is a pretty dope skill for a rare champion. His base stats are not out of the ordinary. For a support champion, they're kind of low. 14,000 HP, 1k defense, 97 speed. It's just kind of like a meh, you know? The next champion we have on the list, Oboro. I have a guide on her. Awesome, awesome champion. Feel free to check it out. Just go on my channel and check the champion spotlights playlist. You'll find it in there. She is really stealth. Like, her passive places a revive on that buff on this champion for 3 turns whenever they receive a Veil or Perfect Veil buff. And how we're looking more into the kit, we're gonna get to the part with Perfect Veil as well. But her A3 places an increased crit rate, increased crit damage buff on this champion for 2 turns, then attacks one enemy. Places a Perfect Veil buff on this champion for 2 turns if this attack is critical. As long as you have a critical hit on this skill right here, you're gonna get a Perfect Veil, and then from the passive, a revive on that. Her A2 attacks one enemy 2 times. The second hit has a 100% chance of transferring all debuffs from this champion to the target. The first hit has a 100% chance of stealing all buffs from the target when attacking under a Veil or Perfect Veil. If you have accuracy on her, she's gonna steal all the buffs from the target. Probably you don't want to give her a lot of accuracy, you still want to focus her on raw damage, right? Because her kit is so good for damage. Her A1 attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance to land defense down for 2 turns, will attack all enemies instead if the target is under 4 or more debuffs. Now this right here is a bit more tricky to set up, but you can make it happen. Her aura increases ally attack in dungeons by 33%. Great champion design on it. I really like Oboro, honestly. Pretty good base stats for an attack-based champion, right? She doesn't have crazy high defense, but HP and attack decent. Pretty good speed as well. Oboro, guys, do let me know what are your thoughts on Oboro. Are you going to try to summon her if you don't have her? Luckily, I already have most of the champions from here. I'm only missing one epic, so whenever the faction comes out, I'm just going to smash through it. But the next one we have on the list is Jimbo. Jimbo, something like that. I do have a guide on this champion as well, and he can hit pretty hard. Almost as hard as Foley, guys. He's the #1 swift parry killer, to say like this, because he's so unique in terms of skills, passive. I wish we would have a legendary champion similar like him, and just to have higher multipliers. He cannot kill teams with Ursula in there, and a lot of damage reduction overall on the teams. Or super tanky duchesses, it's pretty hard for him to one-shot him, but except those sort of teams, he's gonna one-shot everything in the game. His A1 attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit steals any increased attack buff. Each hit also has a 50% chance of stealing one random buff. The increased attack buff still cannot be resisted. So if the enemy team buffs attack up, you can steal it without having any accuracy. His A2 Heartless Blitz attacks all enemies, 100% chance of decreasing the duration of all buffs by 1 turn. This effect cannot be resisted on critical hits, so you don't need accuracy as long as you have crit, right? The A3 places an increased crit rate, an increased crit damage on this champion for 3 turns, then grants an extra turn. So you can build him with 70 crit rate, move over to his A2 afterwards, and start nuking everybody down. His passive, immune to decreased attack debuffs, will ignore unkillable buffs when attacking under an increased attack buff. Give him attack up, he will ignore unkillable, kill swift parry. And not to say sorry, he has an awesome design, like he really looks badass. I really like that glow on the swords. Just overall his look pretty nice. Animations are great as well. His aura increases ally speed in arena battles by 20%. Now if you don't have this champion, honestly, I would suggest you save your void shards, guys. This is worth it to actually try and summon for this epic champion. 100% awesome champion. Now his base stats, his HP is pretty low, so it's kind of hard to keep him alive long. His attack is not that high. His defense is decent, his speed is decent. So these are kind of like the offs with him, but I really like Jimbo personally. Legendary champion, Ryho, one of my favorite looking champions in the entire game. Awesome kit. I don't have the champion, so I'm definitely gonna try to bag one of these out. You guys saw I have loads of void shards saved up. I've been saving them for the last, what, 3 months now. I am opening like 50 on every 2x, but I'm not going crazy, right? So I'm like probably 120 void shards, 130 void shards in the pity system for a legendary champion. So I'm gonna try and grab myself a Ryho. I don't have her. Hopefully I'm gonna manage to pull her. Support based champion, pretty good base stats, pretty good speed, very unique champion, and very crazy kit. Starting with the A1, attacks one enemy, places a 15% continuous heal buff on the ally with the lowest HP for 1 turn. Also places a 7.5 continuous heal buff on all allies with 30% HP or less for 1 turn. Damage based on attack. Her A2 places a stun debuff on a target enemy for 1 turn, as well as a HP burn debuff, a 60% defense down, a 25% weaken, a 50% decrease attack, a 30% decrease crit rate debuff for 2 turns, then attacks the target. There is no champion in this game to land so many debuffs as Ryho Bone Spear, guys. Look at that list of debuffs. Stun, HP burn, defense down, weaken, decrease attack, decrease crit rate. She is absolutely insane in terms of this. Now she doesn't deal a huge amount of damage, so because of it she's not breaking the game overall. Her A3, perfect body. She really has a perfect body. So we have removes all debuffs from all allies, then places a block debuffs buff on them for 2 turns. Also heals all allies by 35% of their max HP and by a further 5% for each debuff removed from them. Honestly, this is a great skill, man. Block debuffs, cleans, and heal on the same skill. Top-notch skill. Her passive, when receiving any debuffs, instantly transfers them from this champion to the attacker. Will not transfer debuffs that cannot be removed. On a 3-turn cooldown. Great for arena as well, guys. I really like Ryho. How I said, I will try to bag one for my own account. Wish me luck. Hopefully I'm gonna get one pretty quick. Now, this 10x, guys, will be available for 48 hours. So starting from Thursday and Friday and Saturday. So it's gonna end on Saturday morning. I kind of got a bit confused there. So then you have Saturday till Sunday with nothing going on, just a double void shards to summon. And then on Sunday, and moreover, on Sunday, we're also planning to launch Guaranteed Champion event. You already know the rules, but I'll throw them just in case. Summon champions using void shards while the event is active, and you are guaranteed to get Ursula the Mourner by your 15th shard. Ursula the Mourner, guys, unfortunately, they are not doing it on a legendary champion. I wish they were doing it on a legendary champion, but they are doing it on an epic champion, which is not bad. It's not bad for a lot of you guys out there that are actually looking to get a champion like Ursula the Mourner. Awesome reviver. Probably one of the strongest revive skill in the entire game. Her base stats are not as great, honestly, when we saw the champion before it got released in the game and we saw everything on it. We just saw the kit, the Dark Martyr. Everybody kind of went crazy and were like, wow, we're gonna have such an OP reviver. It kind of puts the rest of them to shame. Well, when we saw the base stats, we saw that she's not really meant to be tanky for arena, you know? So if you decide to build her for arena, Swift Parry set, guys, that's kind of like the RNG to keep her alive and explore the rest of her. But on the A1, attacks one enemy, 55% chance to decrease the target term meter by 10%. On the A2, attacks all enemies, 100% chance to land attack down debuff for 2 turns. Also increases attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. Her A3 revives all dead allies with 75% HP, then fills their term meter by 50%. Also places a 60% increased defense buff and a 25% strengthen buff on all allies for 3 turns. Strong revive skill. Honestly, revive all the team with so much HP, with turn meter, increased defense and strengthen. Amazing revive skill. The aura increases ally speed in Doom Tower battles by 24%. So more towards the Doom Tower, great aura for it. Let me know who will try to grab Ursula the Mourner. You need to have saved up 15 void shards, guys, and you're still gonna have the chance to summon legendary champions on a 2x, and you're gonna be guaranteed to get this epic champion. So honestly, if you are looking for this champion, definitely save your 10-15 void shards and pray to get a legendary champion in the meantime as well, because why not? And it works the same like for legendary. Remember, if you do happen to summon Ursula the Mourner before your 15 void shard, your event will end. And summoning Ursula the Mourner on your 15 void shard won't reset your mercy system counter. This event will be active for 24 hours. So literally just Sunday, guys. I'm gonna repeat how everything goes on Thursday. So from Thursday till Saturday for 48 hours, we're gonna have a 10x and a 2x on void shards. We already talked about the champions. And from Saturday to Sunday morning, we're gonna have only the 2x void. So no 10x, nothing else involved for people that they wanna summon without risking to get another Ryho or any other of these epic champions that we have on the 10x. And on Sunday, we're gonna have the guaranteed epic champion event with 15 void shards. Now, one thing I want to point out quick, we have all these tournaments going on, guys, okay? We're going to have some events that gives us void shard as well. We have the Dragon tournament at 2000 points if we farm Dragon with a specific team formed from these factions, Ogre, Lizard, Lizardman, Skinwalkers or Orcs. We're going to get a void shard from here. Then at the Champion Training event, we have one at 7500 points, and for whoever wins this right here, you're going to be able to grab yourself more void shards. Unfortunately, I'm not going for this event. I find it really time consuming and I don't have many champions to level up. I kind of want to keep them saved for fusions and things like that when it's a bigger need to actually level up champions, you know? And we have the Tag Team Arena one. Here you actually gotta win this in order to grab yourself the void shard. But great event for the legendary book, guys. So keep an eye on that. From what I've seen, we do have the Dungeon Divers event starting tomorrow. So if you wanna hold your resources, gems, energy to farm dragon, wait till tomorrow when this starts, then you can kind of shoot two birds with one stone, you know, and you're gonna collect 2 void shards from each one of them. But let me know what do you think of the 10x, 2x, guaranteed epic champion all in the same go. Appreciate all of you guys watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe for more content, turn on notifications to see when we upload next, and I'll see you all soon on another video. Till then, peace out.